The Old Man Made of Stars, Part 1. The night was silent. Children that had been playing in the street now silently slept as the night's darkness fell upon the village. A lone old man shuffles down a crumbling alley headed out of the village to the north. He has a sack of water and a few crumbs of bread in his crusty burlap sack slung over his shoulder. He heard the flutter of the bats overhead as they devoured the insects that clogged the night air. His walk is so silent and slow that he barely gets noticed. He is leaving for now. He is going to be with those that came before him. Before the night is over, he will have heard their voices, and they his. There is a shimmer in the air behind him, like heat rising from pavement, but it is not heat. It is cold, like the breath of something watching him. The shadows stretch unnaturally long as he passes. I was at my window making the morning meal when I saw him return. The sun creeping out of the night, low on the horizon. I had seen him many times before. I felt that I knew him. As he passed by my window, I slid my shoes on and quickly went out the door. I looked up the street and he was not there. 3 boys played kickball in the street. I asked the oldest, "Did you see that old man? The one with the sack?" He said yes, and pointed in the direction towards the center of the village. He goes there. He is the man who is made of stars. I heard the boy's words but wanted to see the old man. I wanted to speak with him. I ran in the direction the boy had pointed in. 2, 3, 4 blocks, but he was, like always, nowhere to be found. I walked back to my house and the boys were still playing kickball. "Do you know where he lives?" "The old man." "What old man?" "The man you said was made of stars." The boys looked confused. "We do not know what you are talking about. Just a few minutes ago." "The old man with the sack." "That old man." "We do not know what you are talking about. Perhaps you are confused. Maybe it was a different alley." Then I saw something move behind one of the boys. A shadow, where there should be none. For a split second, the boy's face shifted, became older, ancient, and then young again. I blinked. Nothing. Just like always, the same boys and the same thing happens. They were the boys. Why did they not remember? This was my house, and my mother's house before me, and her mother's house before her. And the old man walked by with his sack again and again, yet I could never find him. Once he passed by, and the boys with the kickball would tell me of him and that they called him the man made of stars, and then deny they ever saw him. My mother had told me the story of how she had seen him throughout her life, but she too could never find him, and those that claimed to see him would all deny it when questioned again. Just like her mother, she would see the old man more when she was young and less the older she grew. Even then she would continue to see him, albeit the time between sightings grew more and more distant. She too told me that her mother and her mother's mother told the same story. The same things happened. The house had been passed down, family to family, for as long as anyone could remember. The story never changed. I now had 2 daughters and a son. They were very young, but the years would pass. Again and again I saw the old man. Not often, but enough to desire to understand who and what he was. As the darkness filled the night sky, I would sometimes see the old man heading out of the village. One night, everything was perfect for me to follow him. I was already with my shoes and coat on. I was near the door when he passed by. I could feel he knew I was there. As he passed by, I cracked open the door and began to follow him. He walked towards the forests. There, Iroko, mahogany, and breadfruit trees, along with oil palms and cocoa farms, fill the landscape. Away from the city. The air is fresh, the nights are dark except for fireflies, and the sounds of nature fill the land. It was dark, and the old man ventured into the night. Just as he entered the edge of the forest, I saw lions and hyenas so very close to him. Where did the old man vanish to? What mystery surrounds the lady's fate? What connection did the old man share with the lion? Could it all be a trap? Stay tuned for part 2.